observe the uh, practical class explanation. And so after the reopening of the college, so definitely the university is going to conduct examinations. Okay, so definitely the university is going to examinations. Okay, and at the same time submitted the practical records are signed by the in charge of the department subject and in charge of the topic and in charge of the department. And today's practical class, let us let me explain about the important spotters. Important spotters. Anabina and Oscillatoria. Anabina and Oscillatoria. And this Anabina and Oscillatoria are the blue-green algae members. Blue-green algae members. And let us discuss about first. All right. Go on, sit and switch on your mobiles and connect. So in today's class, let us discuss about the Anabina. Anabina. See, actually, Anabina is a genus of filamentous cyanobacteria that exist as plankton. That exist as plankton. Plant. Group of plant that exists in mass or in the water. It exists in the water. And they are known for nitrogen fixing abilities. That's why they are known to be nitrogen fixers. And they form symbiotic association with some of the plants, such as the mosquito fern, that is some fern plants, and some palm plants also. For example, in Pinus. So this Anabina cycadacearum, Anabina cycadacearum is live in association with the roots of cycas, and they are one of cyanobacteria. They are the one of the four genera of cyanobacteria that produce neurotoxins. They produce neurotoxins due to local wildlife as well as farm animals and pets also. So these, for example, Anabina, Oscillatoria, Cytonema, and these, they produce some of the neurotoxins which may harm to the cattle, the local wild cattle also, animals also. So the production of these neurotoxins is assumed to be put into its symbiotic relationships, protecting the plant from grazing pressure. So normally the cyanobacteria members which live here, which live in association with some of the plants, they are telling that they produce neurotoxins because to protect the plant, they produce, it is assumed that the cyanobacteria, they produce the neurotoxins to protect the plants. See the taxonomic position of king bacteria, phylum Cyanobacteria, class Cyanophyceae, order Nostochales, family Nostaceae, and genus Anabina. Genus Anabina. Okay. Here you are observing the pictures. The colony is the single filament of Anabina. So then lives. So normally it is aquatic in its habitats. This in aquatic habitat, it lives in clumpy manner. So it found along with the nostoc. Not only we cannot observe it in a solitary manner. It it found in association with along with the nostoc, and it is found floating in permanent or temporary ponds or pools where the stagnant water is present. There, that means the Anabina colonies along with nostoc colonies, they are observed, they are found on the surface of the water, that is stagnant water, ponds, pools, and small ditches. And they also grow on wet paddy fields. So in paddy fields also we know that so they are filled with water. On the surface of this water, the Anabina are present. They are good biofertilizers which fix atmospheric nitrogen asymbiotically. Without symbiosis, they are free living, not only in association with other plants, by means of free living also. Anabina, they fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil without any symbiosis. That is known symbiotically. Some species are endophytic. And living symbiotically, as in the coralloid roots of cycas. They live in the coralloid roots of cycas. And the coralloid roots are the upright growing special type of roots which are observed in the cycas plant. In these coralloid roots, they are coralloid. In these coralloid roots, the cyanobacterium are present, and this species are Anabina cycadacearum. Is known to be Anabina cycadacearum. And roots of cycas and mucilage cavities of Azolla. Pteridophyta is an aquatic. The Azolla bears the mucilaginous cavities. Mucilaginous cavities also, you may notice the presence of these is Anabina groups. The growth of Anabina enriches paddy fields due to the nitrogen fixation. Due to the fixation of atmospheric nitrogen, and hence fertile, and thereby it enhances the yield of. So the plant body, the Anabina cells, the observing, this is the structure of Anabina cells. So normally the filaments of Anabina are similar to those of ladies. Actually, say chain of beads. It appears like a chain of beads, and which are covered by a mucilaginous sheath surrounding the trichome. The filament has a sheath of hyaline watery mucilage. The trichome appears like a chain of beaded cells. The trichome appears like a chain of beaded cells. The cells are spherical or ellipsoidal. Several intercalary heterocysts here and there in the center of the, here and there, here in the lower end you can observe here. See here, this is called heterocyst. This is known to be heterocyst. And here and there in the middle of the filamentous trichome, you may notice these heterocysts are present. These heterocysts are present. And in planktonic species, the species which lives in water in groups, the filaments are contorted. The filaments are contorted. Otherwise, they are straight. They may be just they may when they are present in the plankton manner, they appear like this. Otherwise, they may be in a straight manner. They may present in straight manner. So Anabina filaments do not form large gelatinous colonies. They do not form colonies, as their mucilage sheath is thin and watery, but not thick and gelatinous as in nostoc. So just like in case of nostoc, they are not so thick, they does not bear the thick mucilaginous wall, hence they will not form any colonies. Any colonies. And what are heterocysts? The heterocysts are intercalary. Intercalary means they may present in the center. They may present in the center of the filament. And they are the vegetative cell. Larger than the vegetative cell, the wall of heterocyst is thick and it has pores on both ends. It has pores on the both the ends. These two sides of ends. This is the heterocyst. See here, observing both are pores. It bears the pores at both poles or both ends. Reproduction. Reproduction takes place through vegetative means. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproductions are absent. See, in case of Anabina, only vegetative reproduction is observed. Asexual and sexual reproductions are absent. Asexual and sexual reproductions are absent. And whereas Hormogonia. So here you are observing the scattering bodies of the Anabina, and the white rounded structures are heterocysts. They are called as heterocysts. So normally the Anabina has uniseriate, straight, curved or coiled trichomes. That means, just the body of Anabina is made up of a bead-like spherical or ellipsoidal cells, which may be straight or which may be coiled, which may be curved. And this body is known to be trichome. It is known to be trichome, and that may be constricted at the cell walls, and each cells are constricted. The blue-green to yellow-green colored cells may be ellipsoidal, cylindrical or bent, but overall look much like a string of beads. The total body of the Anabina looks like a string of beads. Some species have soft and colorless mucilage. That means the total trichome is sheathed in a mucilaginous mass. It is sheathed in a mucilaginous mass. So groups of gas vesicles provide buoyancy in eutrophic or turbid waters for planktonic species. The species which lives in water, they are floating on the surface of the water due to the presence of gas vesicles. And intercalary solitary heterocysts for nitrogen fixation are spread regularly along the filaments. And throughout the filament, you are observing here, see here and there, these structures are known to be heterocysts, which are capable of fixing nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen. And at the same time, during vegetative propagation, the achenates also intercalary. along with these heterosis, the akinets are also formed. The vegetative cells, they secrete a thick wall around them into akinets, resting reproductive organs. And they also intercalary, solitary, or in groups of 2 to 5, or spherical, ellipsoidal, cylindrical, or curved in shape, and are sometimes found adjacent to the heterosis. The akinets are also, they are observed along with heterosis. See here, akinets and you are observing akinets and heterosis. See here, the heterosis are the nitrogen fixing cells of the Anabina, whereas akinets are the they are the reproductive apparatus. It is similar in morphology to nostoc. It is similar in morphology to the nostoc, and but has looser, more indistinct mucilage. Mucilaginous sheath is not that much of firm as in case of Anabina, and it is very loose and indistinct, and filaments that are less constricted. The filaments that are less constricted, akinets in different locations, more motile, hormogonia, and a different habitats. They have an different habitats. See, you are observing the mucilaginous envelope. So around this trichome of the Anabina, you are observing a mucilaginous mass, the white structure. This white structure is mucilaginous mass, which is photographed under a powerful microscope. See, so this is under powerful microscope. There is which measures 20 micrometers. Which measures 20 micrometers. Then let us see oscillatoria. So oscillatoria is the another form which is important for spotters. So then these cyanobacteria, oscillatoria also belongs to Cyanophyceae, Nostocalis, and family Oscillatoriaceae, genus Oscillatoria. And Oscillatoria is a freshwater green algae. It occurs on damp soils, roadside ditches, and also and form of scum on the surface of waters. It formed as scum on the surface of the water. The plant body is filamentous. And due to its movement, like oscillating movements, it is named as oscillatoria. Actually, the living material, when you observe under microscope, the filaments, the tips of the filaments will be just there on this side and that side, and hence the name is kept as oscillatoria. Each filament consists of a trichome which is not covered by any mucilaginous sheath. So in case of oscillatoria, mucilaginous sheath is absent. The cells of the trichome are broader than their length. They are flattened. You can see they have flattened in their structure. And in some species, the terminal cell becomes capitate due to the presence of thick membrane called calyptra. So thick membrane called calyptra. So the tips are covered by a thick membrane and known to be they are the calyptra. Okay. See, Oscillatoria is a genus of filamentous cyanobacterium which is named after the oscillation in its movement. Filaments in the colonies can slide back and forth against each other until the whole mass is reoriented to its light source. So until they get the light source, they move in the same manner by oscillating. It is commonly found in watering troughs, troughs of water, and mainly blue green or brown green. Oscillatoria is an organism that reproduces by fragmentation. So oscillatoria, it reproduces by means of fragmentation. And oscillatoria forms long filaments of can be break into fragments called hormogonia. The broken pieces of this oscillatoria or hormogonia. The hormogonia can grow into a new longer filaments. Break in the filament usually occur dead cells. The dead cells, yeah, the dead cell known as dead cells are known to be acridea. So it occurs in freshwater ponds using photosynthesis and reproduce. Each filament oscillatoria consists of trichome and is made up of two halves. Trichome is oscillates like a pendulum. It takes place production by vegetative means only. Usually the filament breaks into fragments called hormogonia. Each hormogonium consists of one or more cells. And these at various places of the filamentous biconcave separation discs are formed where the filament breaks, giving rise to hormogones. On germination, they gives rise to a new plant. Okay. So along with this, for our practical syllabus, we have the structure of bacterial cell. The structure of bacterial cells also. Let us continue in the next hour.